this whole month on Backyard Farmer, we've kind of been focusing on scouting. And today we're going to take a little bit closer look as to what diseases are we starting to see show up in the Backyard Farmer garden. And, you know, for a pathologist, we have had some great disease weather this year. From all the moisture that we've had to the cooler temperatures, there's been a lot of really fun stuff that has been showing up and is now just starting to show up as well. Case in point, here at the Backyard Farmer Garden, I was looking at some of these zinnias earlier, and once I started to look down into the bottom of these plants, you know, from the top they look pretty good, but the lower leaves, we have a lot of discoloration and even some necrosis that is starting to occur. What's going on here? This is a bacterial leaf spot. One of the ways we can tell that, the small lesions with a large chlorotic halo, very common for bacterial leaf spots. Unfortunately, nothing we can do about these, just one of those things that we have to endure for the rest of the season. And we've also been seeing some diseases on one of everybody's garden favorites, tomatoes. One of the diseases that we're starting to see show up on tomatoes right now is early blight. That's a fungal pathogen. It tends to start in the lower leaves and then work its way up the canopy. Normally we see it a little bit earlier in the season, but because of some of those cooler temperatures, it just did not have a chance to get going. Luckily, right now on these tomatoes here in the Backyard Farmer Garden, we have a low enough incidence that the best control is just going to be to pull off some of those infected leaves. Now, if you are starting to see a lot of these leaf spots in your field or in your crop and you want to do some sort of chemical control, really any of our broad spectrum fungicides that would contain chlorothalonil should be fairly effective against this pathogen. And we're also seeing some fungal diseases show up on our rhubarb as well. One of those fungal diseases is Ramularia leaf spot. It causes some nice kind of purple lesions on the leaf. One of the nice things about this one though, it's just one of those diseases that pretty much just makes the leaves not look too great. It tends not to affect the overall yield or quality of the rhubarb. So again, just one of those diseases to deal with, but don't need to control. Now, we always get the question on Backyard Farmer, is this an insect? Is it disease? Is it something environmental? And the way that we can really tell that is by being out in our garden and scouting early and scouting often. A lot of times, we're not just going to find one thing on the plant. And for the case of these roses, we have a lot of Japanese beetle feeding, where we can see with the skeletonization of the leaves. But then we also have Rosette virus that's going on too. But again, if you're not actually out scouting in your garden, it's easy to miss a lot of this stuff.